Good evening, Ellen Breslin, and I'm here to discuss the matter that we have in the United States with homelessness. Do you really think that homelessness are people that are just doing drugs, smoking, alcoholics, or do you really realize how bad it is for those who are in need? Homelessness is everywhere. If you don't think so, look around. People are in their cars, they're sleeping on the streets, even in shelters. The definition of homeless, or if you'd like to try to define it, is one or a group or even a family that has no fixed or permanent address. The McKinney-Vento Act, their term for homeless is children and youth who lack a fixed and adequate nighttime residence, including children and youth living in hotels, motels, cars, train stations, bus stations, and they're even living in abandoned old buildings. What is the McKinney-Vento Act, you ask? It was put into place by a former president, Ronald Reagan, in the 80s. 1987, it was signed, and it is to help the homeless. It has many benefits that fall under this act. Anyone in need should definitely check it out. If your children have no fixed school because of no fixed address, the liaison will help to be sure that your child will be able to remain in school. Because as we know, each and every child in the United States has the right to an education. Who are the homeless? 1.35 million children and youth experience homelessness in a year. Families are the fastest growing in the United States, and they account for up to approximately 40% of homelessness. Working people, they don't have enough money always to make ends meet, so they're turning to their cars and tents. It's because they've lost their jobs. It can be because they have just given up because of the fact that they lost a job or some type of trauma took place in their life and they have nowhere else to go, so they're living on the streets or in a homeless situation. Where are they? You really want to know where they are? Everywhere. Everywhere. There's tent cities. They're living in homeless shelters as well. So they're all over. Even in Fairfax County, some are sleeping in tents. They were between the Target, and now they've moved recently. The last that I was aware, behind where the police station is, not too far from the social services office and the library in Fairfax County, which Fairfax County is listed in the top 10 of richest counties in the country. So this tells you how bad it is when they're in the richest county and people are sleeping in their vehicles. How can we help? We can help by volunteering, of course, donating. We have the Emery Rucker House that's in Fairfax County, and that's a homeless shelter that surely can use products or finances or just the volunteering of your time between cooking, etc. You can donate. Then you can also get in contact with the National Coalition in states, and they're also local. The Flores Methodist Church in Fairfax County, that's Fairfax County, it's in Herndon, so you can also contact them, and they can direct you in different ways. Also, the McKinney-Vento Act, you can look it up. Another thing at www.homelessnessintheunitedstatesofamerica.com gives us even more information. Some ways you can do it if you want to just take money to those places, any way that you find fit, or doing projects where you can raise money is also a nice thing to do. I've always, since I was a child, remembered a speech by our 35th president, as everyone's aware of whom that would be, being the 35th, John F. Kennedy. And it's a quote that I just have always thought was very powerful. And that quote is, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy, 35th president quote. So if we as Americans work together and make the United States a better place and have no homeless, we can also expand our wisdom and the power and go beyond and help and stick together and help others all over the world. It's a wonderful thing to help people. Thank you, and God bless. Amen.